So the question is, how much motorcycle, how much bike do you really need to have an adventure? We've been lied to. We've been bamboozled. Zero good on roads like this. Look at that. It's probably not good.
Is that?
What did you get?
I don't know.
You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Are you intimidated by the beast being so near? Like, is it stressing you out a little bit, or? The funny thing is, like, to keep up with you, when I hit a hill, I have to downshift, but it doesn't really do anything except make more noise. You want premium?
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
You're fancy.
Yeah.
Ben was commenting on how jealous he was of my basket earlier. He was like, wow, how can I get one of those? I can barely hear it running now.
Has it started?
I think, wait, hold on. Yeah, it's running. Time to let it slip and slide a little. Yeah, let me switch my ABS off. Boop.
In this material, fresh thick gravel and clay,
Loosey-goosey.
I'd rather be on the box machine.
Oh, buck. Yeah, like, it's pretty easy. This little bike.
And I'm like,
No, not a, yeah, this, even on these crappy street tires,
yeah, you just roll right through it.
it's almost effortless.
Being this heavy, I pushed through everything.
Right.
So I come into this, the front end pushes.
Oh, it washes out.
Yeah, so it's
Ah.
like, then you have to be on the gas enough to not push the front, but then it's a dance on this big bike.
Yeah. Totally different than the 500.
Oh yeah, and then, even the 500, it has its challenges, but it would be,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be in front of me on that.
When I ride my 650, my XR 650, and Ben's on his KTM 500, like I almost never see him until he stops and waits on me. So generally speaking, conditions are more suitable for a small, light little bike.
You want to trade? Did not intend to get this much of a workout today.
That's hilarious. Yeah, the ground is super wet and muddy from all the rain we've got, and they just put all this big, chunky, fresh gravel,
That's great.
which is tough to ride on. The heavier the bike gets, the harder this stuff is to ride on. It's kind of similar actually to a soft sand in some ways. It's real floaty. You're kind of skating all over the place. Battery? How long does that fan run when the engine's off? Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's why I can't stop.
How long does the fan run?
It'll keep running. As long as it's above 220.
You turn the engine off, the fan just keeps running.
No, if I have the ignition off.
Oh, you didn't have the ignition off. You just had the kill switch.
Because I didn't want to overheat.
Gotcha.
It's going to start. It's going to start.
It's gonna start.
No, it's not. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to bump start it.
Bump start. We are moving. Tell me when to let go.
Let me try this.
Woo! And that's another benefit to the tiny 150. I'm just saying, I could bump start this by pushing. I can walk next to it and pop the clutch, and it will usually start. Well, let's just try. Watch this. Put it in second gear. Ignition is on. Walking next to it. Almost. Let's try again. And it started. I didn't even have to get on the bike. Oh, that's hilarious. And we're off. It's loose terrain, but I'm finding it very, very manageable to ride in this stuff. Like, and I know what he's talking about with a bigger, heavier bike. That front end just kind of wants to wash out sometimes. Probably suspension settings and stuff like that. I don't know. This bike, bone stock. I don't even think you can adjust the suspension at all on any part of it. But it's going. All my stuff still here?
Sure.
Yeah.
Probably. Is that?
What did you?
I don't know.
Get away from me. Oh, that.
What the
It looks like a condom. I think you got a condom.
terrible?
Now, what do you do with it?
I don't know. I don't touch it, that's for sure.
Just throw the fishing rod in the water.
It's done. Oh, I touched it.
That's a.
I touched it again. I'm still touching it.
Don't touch it.
I can't help it.
Oh, no.
There we go.
Oh, look at that. A little chub.
Throw stuff in there. Every time I turn the bike off, if it's more than like a second, the ABS resets.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
My ABS doesn't work at all. Benjamin and the T7 are out of time for the day. They've left me to my own devices. A few little nibbles, but no takes. Into the road. This isn't even on the map anymore, so not even worth pushing through. I tell you what, little bikes like this are awful easy to turn around on tight trails, you know, when you gotta backpedal a little bit. Wonder where that goes. Let's go check it out. Oh, gonna need a ramp for that one. Oh gosh, don't stop in the mud. Ah, in the briars. Big old bullfrog out there in the mud puddle. Two of them. That's a bit slick. I'm lost myself, and I just tried to give that guy some directions. Let's see where this goes. Well, this son of a gun got me. Look at that. It's probably not good, but I'm okay. No harm done there. Looks like everything's good. Didn't break anything off, but I did bust a zip tie. I didn't bust my beverage. That's good news. Pull my trusty toolkit out. We got plenty of zip ties to choose from. I'll tell you what, this basket is super handy, but there's no real comparison to some soft luggage. The hard bags, not a fan. I don't think those are a good idea at all. But the soft luggage is a great idea. Those things are fantastic. They even give you a little bit of cushion, you know, when you do drop the bike. Kind of like bumpers, you know. One more slight issue. It looks pretty close. Friends, I think we're back on the road. Yeah, the thing about this bike, you know, the off-road, the power, it's not that big a deal. I mean, the lack of power, lack of traction, that's a thing sometimes, but the suspension's real soft, very soft. You gotta take it super easy on the big stuff, big rocks, big bumps, whoops, and stuff like that, because you just bottom it out. And when you're riding back here, places like this by yourself, you've got to take it easy. Even a low speed little wipeout like the one I just experienced could end really badly if you fall in the wrong place. Whoa, little slick. Fall in the wrong place, the wrong time. You know, you could be in a world of hurt. Road ends, but appears to be some sort of little trail. Tempting to see where that little walking path basically goes, because it's not far to another gravel road trail that direction. Saw a really good camp spot back that way a little bit. I might just double back to it and set up camp there. I think we found home sweet home for the evening. Haven't drank hardly any water today. A little bit parched. Trying out a new shelter system this evening. I've showed it in a video before, but I've never actually slept in it. So here we go. It's made by One Wind. Minimal, lightweight shelter, but a bug net. And this time of year, a bug net is very much appreciated. This time of year, I'm pretty much always a hammock camper. Gets you up off the wet ground, keeps you away from the bugs a little bit more. But I figured, you know, why not try out something new? So the question is, how much motorcycle, how much bike do you really need to have an adventure? The T7, amazing motorcycle. Lots of horsepower, great suspension. It's got all the bells and whistles, ABS, traction control. It does all the things. It's a powerful beast of a machine. But do you really need all of that? The XR150L has none of those things. Absolutely none of them. It's got pretty crappy soft suspension. It's got low horsepower, 12 horsepower. It has no ABS. It has an air-cooled engine. It's got nothing. but does it really matter? I was able to ride with my buddy today, a much better rider. I was able to keep up and even exceed the speeds that he was able to ride because of his bigger, heavier machine on that tiny little nothing of a motorcycle right there. The cheapest dual sport motorcycle that you can buy, basically. In comparison to a motor, I don't know what a T7 costs. Let me know in the comment section. Probably, I don't know, 15 to 20 grand, if I had to guess. Great motorcycle, don't get me wrong. And I'd be proud to own one, but honestly, this one is just easier to ride. And, you know, the suspension lacks in some really harsh, rough terrain, of course. That's one of the really lacking factors of that machine right there. And it's low on horsepower when you're out on the road. But when you're on the loose stuff, loose, slippery stuff, you don't really want a whole lot of horsepower. It doesn't really do you much good at all. If you're looking purely at the spec sheet, yeah, I mean, a T7 or a motorcycle equivalent to that, an adventure bike like that, if you're looking at the spec sheet, it's not even close. I mean, it's not even worth comparing the two. But when you get out into the real world and you do the types of adventuring that I like to do, maybe you do things differently, I don't know. But this is what I like to do. I like to get out on the back roads. I'm not interested in going high speeds anyway. The top speed does not really matter to me. I don't want to do that because it hurts a lot more when you crash the faster you go. So that's not my thing. What I want to do is get out and explore and adventure, and that little tiny motorcycle is really easy to do that. Now, maybe perhaps there's a happy medium. There's something in between that would be the perfect unicorn motorcycle. You know, 150 is too small. You can't get out on the highways and stuff. It's just, you're going to get blasted by. You can't keep up with traffic, sure. So maybe the 250, maybe the small 250s are like the Goldilocks for adventuring, you know, this kind of adventuring, you know. And a lot of people say, you know, you need like a GS 1200 whatever to go big, huge miles cross country and things like that. Again, it depends on how you do your adventuring. If you're doing all of your riding on the interstate across country, then yeah, I mean, that'd be a fine motorcycle for it. But if you want to get off and smell the roses and you want to see what the world has to offer, get out to places like this that people just don't go very often, then in my opinion, I just think smaller is going to be better. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to catch any fish today. Stopped a couple times. Could have spent a little more time fishing, but the road was calling. But I brought a backup plan in case of such failures on my part. You never want to, you know, completely rely on wild food sources. You know, you need to be prepared. Boom! I brought my own fish. I'm a terrible fisherman, turns out. Amazed that these are not as crushed as I thought they were going to be. I thought it was just going to be like powder in there. I think for the most part, we've been lied to. I think we've been deceived. We've been bamboozled. We've been hoodwinked. Marketing has told us a lie. It has told us that we need horsepower. It's told us that we need these big beasts of a machine to get us from A to B. It's told us that we need to spend $15,000, $20,000+ to have an adventure. And it's a lie. It's just an absolute lie. We don't need it. You don't need any of that. What you need, honestly, if we're getting down to it, what you need is just the gumption, the motivation, the will to go out and do it, to go out and get the adventure. Whatever that means to you. You don't need the fanciest, you don't need the fastest. 7,500+ horsepower is going to do you zero good on roads like this. You can't use it. It's impossible. Even the best riders in the world will tell you that they can't use 100 horsepower without, on roads like this they can't. It's just not possible. But the traction control, all the tech behind it is what allows you to have that much horsepower, because it is doing the riding for you. It's doing the harnessing of the power for you. You're not doing it. If you were set free with 100 horsepower on a road like this, you could just barely touch that throttle, and that's it. You've been lied to. You don't need it. Now, is the XR150 here the greatest adventure bike that's ever existed? I don't think so. I would say almost definitely no, but it is the cheapest. It is the easiest way to get the smile on your face. I guess I'm not that hard to please, because I'm happy with pretty much everything on two wheels. If it's on two wheels, I'm having a good time. If from your 50cc scooter on up to the biggest whatever, Road King or something like that, I'm having a good time. So maybe my opinion doesn't count for much. I don't know. I guess it comes down to, what's the mission? What do you want to do? What does your adventure look like? Are you just trying to look cool? And if you want to look cool, the XR150 is probably not your motorcycle. Having a picnic basket on the back of your motorcycle is probably not the good idea if you're trying to pick up chicks. I saw this guy yesterday, I guess it was, on a Harley. Shorts, I think he was wearing flip-flops, no shirt, had one of the skull caps on, but he also had like one of the skeleton face coverings, like a bandana face covering that had the skeleton mouth jaw on it. You know what I'm talking about? He looked like such a douche. He was trying real hard to look cool, and clearly I'm not. I'm all about getting it done, getting from A to B. That's what matters to me. And I watched the documentary, Long Way Round. The one with Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman. I think that's how you say his name. They had a cameraman also with them that started out. They were all riding these big BMWs, big BMW adventure motorcycles. The cameraman, his motorcycle broke down, and he ended up having to get this tiny little, I don't even know what size it was, but it was very comparable probably to something like this. It was probably a 250 or less cc motorcycle, and he was doing so much better than the guys were on those big 1250 GSs or whatever they were at the time. He was just riding through all the obstacles effortlessly, having a great time, and those guys were struggling. So tell me, friends, what makes the most sense to you? What makes the most sense? Having a cheap bike that if you lay it down, you crash the thing into the hillside, you're like, meh, no big deal. Or is your heart broken every time you get a little scuff or scratch on it? Are you afraid to take risks and challenges because of how valuable, how much you invested into this motorcycle? I don't know, guys. I'm still confused because I've been lied to my entire life. Because I've been told my whole life I need this thing. I need this to be cool. I need this to have an adventure. But maybe it's time that we start experimenting with other things so we can figure out where the lie lies. Maybe we need to start experimenting with other options so we can discover what it actually takes to get out and have an adventure. We've got my SOL breathable bivy, and then I've got my pajamas basically stuck in there. I use this as my dry bag. And rain jacket there, bandana, my pants I wore today. This is basically just my fishing kit that I fished with today for the most part, some snacks. My boots underneath the tarp, so if it should drizzle a little bit, heavy dew, a little bit of rain, that will stay dry. And then I've got my water filter here that allows me to collect water from all these beautiful natural water sources that we have so abundant around where I live. Camera tripod, cook pot that I didn't use. This is my toolkit right there. You saw that earlier when I was working on the bike after I laid it down. A little bit of armor, my helmet, and my USB charging device that I use to charge my phone. That's it, friends. That's all I brought with me. And I've ridden about 100 miles today, almost 100 miles, not quite. Tell you what, friends, it is nice having a bug net, a safe space where you can be yourself, you know, without judgment, without being devoured by the insects. Sun is down, guys. There's a little bit of light left, but I'm gonna call it a day. Don't bring a sleeping bag this time of year, but I tell you what, some of the coldest nights I've ever had have been in the summertime because you don't expect it. It's, 90 degrees during the day, and you think, I don't need anything. But it drops down to the 50s at night. And oh man, I've spent some cold, shivery nights in the summertime. So I generally bring a little bit extra. I bring warm clothes. I've got this is basically my sleeping bag. It's a down jacket. A really lightweight, packable, down little jacket. And that's essentially my wearable sleeping bag. I am going to hit the hay, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night.